Okay, so introduce yourself. What all did you do for 2 month, and like how did the CanSat 2 month go?
Sure, I am Samantha Cortesio. I'm one of the CanSat project leads, which means I oversee all the different CanSat 2 month groups. So how did CanSat do for 2 month this year? It did pretty great. We had heavy success with getting people in the lab this year. In fact, multiple teams have been in the labs like pretty consistently from 6 p.m. all the way out past midnight working to get stuff ready for 2 months, and the work paid off because 6 out of 8 of the teams passed FRR and flew today. The 2 teams that did not pass put their all into it, and we absolutely consider the work that they did to be exceptional, and it is not a statement against them that they did not fly. We just unfortunately have to make sure that we fly within certain restrictions. That being said, the 6 that did flew, we have confirmation that at least 4 of them dropped successfully. We suspect that at least 5 may have dropped, and it's possible that all 6 did. So a 100% drop rate would be absolutely amazing. Quite frankly, I think that 2 month CanSat has been extremely successful this year. We've had a huge uptick in numbers, and we're excited for what's to come.
Awesome, thank you so much.
We currently have 3 confirmed CanSat recoveries of the 6.
Where'd the bean go? Is the bean not in there anymore?
There's no way to get the bean out of it.
Hello. Hi, do you guys mind if I ask you guys a couple of questions and have you on the live?
Sure.
Okay, awesome. So could I get like an introduction? What's your name, major, anything else you want to add? So I'll go with you
My
first.
name is Tristan Tyndall, and I am an aerospace engineering major.
I'm Luke Harkness, and I'm an aerospace engineering major.
I'm Siler Lyle. I'm an aerospace engineering major.
I'm David Porter. I'm the mentor for this group in aerospace.
I'm Drew Patel, and I am also an aerospace engineer.
On the same here, I'm Evan Herrenberg, also an aerospace engineer.
Nice. Okay, awesome to hear. So could you tell me a little bit about your glider? Like what all is going on here? Did you have like a name for it? Did you have a team name?
We do.
So yes, our team name is called the Lawn Darts, which is presumably what this will be doing after it cuts off. The plane is actually called the Fly Fisher because it has a fishing pole as a stability in it, right along the front edge of the wing.
Under this tape, there is a fishing rod that goes between here, underneath, or inside the glider, and then back to the other side.
Funny story, that was found at the bottom of a lake. So
Now it's going back to where it came from.
Nice. Okay. So what? Oh, what were you saying?
Gotta find the nearest lake to put it back in.
Nice. So what were some of the things that you guys learned from 2 months so far?
this ain't easy.
I will say, even if it was a little bit of a struggle, of the basics of learning programs like XFLR5 and CAT, Solid Edge.
Yeah.
It was quite a struggle, but I have some knowledge about it. So.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Okay, nice. Any of you want to add anything that you
Yeah,
learned?
we learned a lot about electrical systems, wiring, Arduino, all that programming.
You learn just how complicated it really is, and both over and underestimated the difficulty. Overestimated making the glider and underestimated the electronics.
No, I'm not eating. Also, it's really hard to freehand cut with a heated
You
wire.
learn that firsthand, doing it raw kind of sucks.
Okay.
We don't mention those ones.
Anything else you guys wanted to add?
Not particularly. Just can't wait to watch this fail.
No, you guys are going to succeed. It'll do
We
great.
hope.
It'll go out in a blaze of glory.
Good luck. You guys got
It's
this.
the fire that's going to start with me.
And the batteries explode upon impact.
It'll be great. But thank you guys. Lohit, do you want to talk a little bit about the glider challenge? No? Okay. That's fair.
I'll stay here.
Okay. Hi. So we have a live going on. Could I ask you guys like a couple of questions about your glider and like your 2-month experience? Okay. So could I get introductions, names, majors, anything else you wanted to mention? Like maybe if you were like the team lead or a sub-team lead for the project. I'll go with you first.
I'm Carl. I'm the software team lead, and I mostly just programmed how the plane's gonna get data, and I ran out of time. That's about it.
Hi, I'm Davis. I'm a senior in aerospace. I did a little bit of everything, but mainly electronics. I'm Josh. I'm the mechanical lead. I'm an aerospace engineer and build it. I'm Adam. I'm the team lead. Junior and mechanical engineer.
Okay, nice. So could you tell me a little bit about your glider, if you have like a name for it, if there's any like inside jokes, because I know a lot of people had inside jokes about their project. If you have like a team name or anything like that.
So the plane itself is called Brick because the name of our team is like a brick, because that's what we focused. Like we thought would happen is our glider would fall like a brick.
So no matter what happens, we'll be above our expectations.
So we set the bar low. Now we're gonna glide right over, hopefully.
Yeah.
But the plane itself glides well. We had to ditch autonomous control. It just took too long to get that navigation someplace, but it should glide pretty well.
Currently, this plane is the biggest plane and the second lightest.
Oh, that's awesome. So how did you guys manage to do that?
You built it a lot of it.
We didn't wrap the whole thing in duct tape like everyone.
It's hollow on the
That's
inside,
fair.
so it's not a very thick composite. It's just a cheap $1 board, and we folded it up, so it's very hollow on the inside. And the wings themselves are light, but they're pretty strong because we put the tape over it, so it holds its shape.
Yeah. Okay, so what were some of the challenges that you guys faced during 2-month?
Probably software and time.
Yes, it's very hard to get the software and hardware to communicate with each other, especially when you're not used to any of the hardware, along with autonomous navigation, which we could have gone faster because we have references, but again, software for sensors took a long time.
Fair. Yeah.
We also had some challenges with electronics. So in our original design, it was going to be a lot smaller than this, but we couldn't get the electronics to fit that small of a space. Yeah, of course. So we built a very narrow board. I'm not going to pull it out because it's going to take forever to get back in. But originally it wouldn't fit, so we had to build a really narrow board, but we also ended up making it a little bit longer too.
Oh, nice. Okay. Anything else you guys wanted to add?
We're gonna go to Tennessee with the glider, hopefully.
It's just going to coast all the way.
Yeah.
We've got a full tank of gas. We're going to follow it across the country.
Yeah. I think that's what's gonna go.
I also hope all this optimism.
Yes. You guys got this. Good luck. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello. What's all this then?
Hi. So I have a live stream going, just doing like introductions and like looking into each of the gliders and all the glider teams. So could I get like introductions from you guys first? So name, major, and then anything else you wanted to add, like if you were the team lead or if you focus on a specific aspect of the glider. I'll start with you first.
I am Hunter Brock. I am the team lead for the project. I am an aerospace engineering major, freshman. I'm looking to switch to industrial and systems because aerospace is. But team lead, go ahead.
I'm Jenkins. I am an aerospace engineering student, junior year. I worked on the mechanical team.
I'm Gavin Reeves. I'm the aerospace engineering sophomore year. Do a little bit of some hot wiring.
I'm Andrew Hilburn. I'm a sophomore electrical engineering major, and I worked on the electrical part. I was electrical sub-team lead.
I'm Samuel Newport. I'm an aerospace engineer, freshman, and I worked on the software.
I'm Claude Yvette Blue. I've CAD'd this design, did the aerodynamic calculation and theoretical calculation about the CAD, performance design review, and etc. And I'm part of the mechanical team.
Okay, thank you. So could you tell me if the glider has like a name or if you guys have a team name and like why you chose that name?
The glider goes by several names. Officially, it is the RSG Eagle, Reconnaissance and Surveillance Glider. Ignore the first 3 letters of that acronym because it doesn't have a camera anymore. It exploded. So most of the designing and work for the past while for what's on the glider now went into the nose cone and the cut down. The cut down, Blue gave us for the idea for an archery release, and then we had some issues. We've mounted it vertically into the hull, so then a servo will at 200 meters actuate and just manually flick the switch and release that loop of wire through the ring and have the glider cut down.
Okay, nice. So what was the most interesting thing you learned from 2 months?
Don't use spray paint on foam because it's corrosive.
That's fair. Okay.
I learned how to solder.
Awesome. That's good to hear. Anybody else wanted to add anything?
I learned how to manage and work with a team. I think that's a really important thing.
Yeah, very valuable. So like on that topic, why do you think 2 months is like useful? Like why did you join?
I think it provides a useful experience for making something from scratch, just with no prior idea or material, just starting somewhere at nothing and coming up with the whole thing from start to finish. That's an experience that doesn't really occur before this point, so it's a really good introduction to engineering and to whatever field you might be using on this whatever field you might be using on utilizing in order to build it. So for mechanical people, we worked on the mechanical parts, and then our electrical engineer was electrical, so he learned more about the electrical stuff. So I think it's useful just to work on a process from start to finish with a team.
Yeah, it's very important because like teamwork is something that like everybody does in their job and even in school too. Well, is there anything else that you guys wanted to add? Anything you wanted to point out about the glider or like your experience?
A lot of things you plan, right? Or when you CAD something, when you design something, you saw a system was perfect. Making it's a whole nother thing. It's not gonna work that way. We thought we're gonna make a perfectly square fuselage with ideal curvature, perfect aerodynamic shape, wings that reflect perfectly our simulation and XLR, and it's gonna fly as projected. I even tested the radar cross sections. It's not gonna work that way because we ran into problems. The glass dome shattered. We don't have the camera. Things are more heavier / lighter than we expected. Parts delayed, logistical system, technological challenge. We just had to improvise a lot of this. Cut stuff that we didn't want to cut because of mass budget. And this we just taped it over because we don't have the mass budget or the time to make the material for a proper cover. And we fulfilled the requirement. We fulfilled our design requirement and performance requirement. So projectedly it will work to the standard that we expect it to, but we need to find solutions across the process of making it. And designing a thing is very different than building it.
Boldly go.
We're holding move.
On a final note, have duct tape always. It's a wonder material.
That is fair. Okay. Anybody else wanted to add anything?
Yeah, I've always said.
Just being as a junior, I think that 2 months is a good experience for those that are younger, as in it gets them ready and already thinking in the engineering mindset from the get-go. Because whenever I didn't have this, I didn't think to join until now, and so thinking back, I would suggest it to like the freshmen and sophomores so they can already be prepared for the classes that they're going to run into that are harder.
Yeah. Well, we're glad to have you here now. But yeah, thank you guys. Good luck.
Hey.
Hello. I have a live stream running, so I'm gonna ask a couple of questions about your glider and your experience from 2 months. So we're gonna first begin with introductions. So I'll have you guys say your name, your major, if you did anything specific for the glider, or if anything else you wanted to add, you can do that. But yeah, I'll start with you.
What's up? My name's Andrew. I'm a junior year aerospace engineering major. I was a part of the mechanical team. I was responsible for a lot of sanding. I sanded down that wing there, and I was, working with a couple of the other folks here.
I'm Grant Morrison. I'm a freshman aerospace engineer. I was the electrical lead and basically soldered the majority electrical components on this glider.
All of them.
And I'm Jackson White. I'm also a freshman aerospace engineer, and I'm the team leader and in charge of all the software. So I mostly set up my computer programming, but tried to help out with everyone else's jobs when they needed it, and then I helped with the final assembly.
My name is Catherine Kalola. I'm a junior aerospace engineer, and I was on the mechanical team, so I work closely with the design, manufacturing, and assembly.
I think we tested it once.
I'm Mike Smith. I'm a junior aerospace major, and I helped design the release mechanism and the stack that the electronics are on, as well as a little bit of manufacturing.
Hi, I'm Gabe. I'm a sophomore aerospace engineering major. I'm part of the mechanical team. I came up with the CAD model and did all the 3D prints necessary for this, and also worked on the glider a little bit.
Yeah, okay. So why do you think that 2 month is important for like your future? Like, why did you join?
Well, mostly for experience. Getting hands-on this early in any industry is good, I'd imagine, and that was the main draw for it and the main thing we're going to take away from it. While I didn't get to learn as much about the other fields, just getting to get better with software and interfacing with actual components was very helpful, and I'd imagine everyone else would say the same about their own disciplines. Beyond that, it was just fun. And it wasn't stressful.
Yeah.
That is fair.
Big asterisk there.
Got to work with a great team too. Learned a lot from each other.
Yeah.
Collaborated.
That's true. A lot of it was like just getting to meet and work with and talk with all kinds of people, the other 2 monthers, the mentors, Ms. President, and just all of the cool people in Space Hardware Club. I was able to learn a lot from them and hope to keep working with them.
Yeah, okay.
I forgot she was the president.
I have one lesson.
Yeah, Lohit was like, oh, you're the president? I was like, yeah. I
So
am.
one lesson for electronics. Raspberry Pi Picos do not like 9 volts.
We have a necklace with both of our dead Pi Picos. Of our enemies.
It was, it was just crazy. It happened twice.
I had a necklace.
Yep.
So what was the best memory from 2 month? Like, what was your favorite thing? Oh gosh, it seems like you have a good story.
Well, just like late night in the lab, especially with like Gabe, just trying to jam pieces of foam together and cut them up, and just getting like super frustrated to the point where we just like screw it and get done what we can. It was like just that memory specifically.
Another fun thing was making the wing again. When we threw it, it's not the
Yeah, making the wing a second time.
Yeah, wing number 2.
Both the worst and the best moment was watching our second flight test nosedive and shatter our wing on impact.
Yeah.
And then having Andrew the first wing took almost 2 days to make. Andrew made another one in 2 hours. Got it back going strong, and then went from there. But I thought it was over for a little while. Testament to the manufacturing that we did, because we learned the first time.
Yeah.
Doing it in like hours to being able to do it.
Well, you guys
the second time.
came up with such a good idea that like it was just a matter of like, all right, we're gonna cut it, we're gonna sand it, it's done.
Hot wire table saw. It was good short.
Yeah, we'll see how good an idea it was, I guess.
Catherine, what was your favorite memory?
Oh, on the same lines as when we tried to make the wing, I just remember being covered in the things. I just felt like a pink fuzzy monster.
Inhaling polyurethane.
Yeah, coughing,
So could you tell me a little bit about like the design decisions that you made? So like, why did you go with this design? What were some of the decisions that you make? Some of the trade studies that you came up with?
Well, since Jackson gave me that look, I guess I'll take this one. A lot of it was like sort of just looking at what worked for actual aircraft, right? Like having a high wing structure gives it better passive stability, with the wings being on top instead of coming out of the middle. Having that big, smooth, bluff nose cone really helps it take a big impact. A lot of it also came down to balancing. You can't quite see all the electronics in there, but a lot of work went into just, we had to throw the thing and see if the wings were in the right spot, see how well balanced it was, and make small adjustments every time. And partly also was just coming up with these roll stabilizers. They were a lot shorter at first, and we realized that probably wasn't going to help us out much when we were at such a high altitude and such high winds. So increased the span there, and you know, a lot of it was just putting our heads together in general as well.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a lot of ideas on how to do the release mechanism, but then we finally just focused, or we put our efforts into just like a kind of like a fork and pin system that pulls a pin out and releases the wire. I think we'll do great.
Okay. So my next question is, do you have a team name or like a name for your glider?
A very last minute name, elbow grease. We have Grease Lightning, which is hopefully on the line by now, made out of a pizza box. So we felt inspired.
Yeah.
And, yeah, originally Against All Odds, depending on how you pronounce it, and now Elbow Grease.
Or again, Stall Odds.
Oh, that was nice. That was a good one. Well,
I want to ask the glider lead anything.
Huh?
Like, just ask me anything.
Yeah,
sure. My mom wants me to say something.
Hi, Mom.
Oh, yeah. Does anybody else want to say hi, Mom? Nice. Okay. Anything else you guys wanted to add?
Hi, wife, if she's watching.
Yeah.
2 months is a blast. Just be ready for some long nights and some stressful choices. Just at the end of it, the best thing you'll take away is the process and the people you meet doing it.
All right. Awesome.
Amen to that.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Okay. So I guess we'll talk with you a little bit. So could you introduce yourself? What was your role in 2 month? What all did you do for the projects?
Yeah, I'm Love Hit 2 Month Launch. I'm the glider lead. And you asked about budgets?
Oh, just like anything. Like it. What all did you do for the glider challenge?
Oversaw like each team and made sure they're on the right track according to their requirements. I attended their PERs, MRs, and FRs too.
Yeah.
Put in a lot of time for that. It was very, very hard, but I did it.
Fabricating a balloon.
Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much all I did. It was a lot of effort.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so along that line, what was your favorite part about being the glider challenge lead?
Honestly, it was the power.
The power.
And also, like, team members are pretty chill.
Yeah.
I like talking with them, and like during FRR when they were struggling, we would like ease the tension by talking about like stuff we related to.
Yeah.
Kind of made life better.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, everybody's like their own person.
Yeah.
You know, things get stressful, so it's good that they had you to kind of like bring down that stress and be able to relax, especially during such a high stressful time too.
Yeah.
You were pretty scary, Lohit. I don't know. What about that one?
Oh.
Absolutely terrifying.
So what were some of the challenges that you faced while being the glider challenge lead?
Honestly, sometimes when people ask me, like, a lot of people would come to me with like software questions. I'm not a coding guy. I'm not an electrical guy. So yeah, I'm more of a mechanical only. So like, I feel like I didn't know everything.
Yeah.
That was an issue.
No, honestly, I was in the same position, and it's okay to not know everything, you know?
Yeah.
We're still in college too, so it's all good.
Yeah, so I'm glad at least new people who did know.
Yeah.
Yeah, could talk to them.
Yeah, like point them in the right direction.
That was the biggest challenge.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's about it.
Okay. Well, was there anything else that you wanted to add?
Nah.
Nah? Okay.
I
Thank
said
you.
it's for my mom, you know. Yeah.
She's gonna hear that.
Yeah, you know.
Thank you. Hey, Connor.
Hey, Amber.
Would you like to answer some questions for the live? Sure. Okay, awesome. So could you introduce yourself? What was your role? What all did you do for 2 months?
Yeah, hi, I'm Connor McKinney. I am co-glider challenge lead with Lohit. And I was really a big part of the parts ordering process. I figured out, people are throwing soybeans at me. I figured out what parts we needed, where to find them, and I headed the creation of the new sub-challenges, which were an addition to the old glider challenge formula.
Yeah, okay. So as of right now, like, what was your best experience being glider challenge lead?
So, to make sure it's aligned. I really enjoyed working with all my friends over the summer to make this happen.
Yeah.
I have a great passion for teaching, and I love getting to create this awesome experience for everyone here.
Okay, and then why the glider challenge? Why would you want to lead this specific challenge?
Well, part of it's definitely because I did the glider challenge when I was in 2 months, but I really enjoy the aerodynamic side, which we don't get in any of the other challenges.
Yeah, very true. Well, is there anything else that you wanted to add for the live stream?
This is a lot of fun. Huge props to Kristen McGinnis, who has done an amazing job planning this whole thing. Also shout out to Kristen Carter and Todd McKinney, who are just nailing this.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
If you need it, get it. Actually, hold on. I'm not sure if I took them
Hi,
off.
could I ask you a couple of questions?
Sure.
Okay, awesome. So, could you introduce yourself? What's your name, your major, what was your role in 2 month?
Yeah, sure. My name is Megan Jordan. I'm an aerospace engineering student here at the University of Alabama in Huntsville. And my role in 2 month was I was a glider challenge mentor.
Okay. So why did you choose to go on the glider challenge as a mentor?
Yeah, good question. So I chose to be a mentor for Glider Challenge because I did Glider Challenge my freshman year. I'm pretty biased, but it's the best challenge. But I also was co-Glider Challenge lead with Amber last year, and we had a bunch of fun. I didn't want to really take that lead again, so I said mentoring would be the best way to still be involved in the Glider Challenge. So that's why I'm doing it again this year.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So why did you join Space Hardware Club?
Yeah, that's a good question. So number one, making friends who are passionate about the same things as you are. We're all just so excited for space exploration, aerospace in general, engineering, right? That was a good thing that I wanted to be a part of, and then just also building up my skills for learning engineering. We don't really get those hands-on engineering experiences in the classroom early on freshman, sophomore year. So I thought the best way to do that was to join Space Hardware Club, and I've been a part of it ever since. I've been loving it, so yeah, that's why I joined.
That's awesome. Okay. And then another thing too, why do you think it's important to mentor?
Ooh, that's a good question.
What's going to happen to the glider after we're done?
Why I mentor for Space Hardware Club is because I really want to connect with students and have that relationship with people. And also I know from my freshman year, my mentors, we still talk now, we're friends. So I think it's just really important to when you're coming into engineering, it's already a hard major, and when you're coming into Space Hardware Club, all these things are so new to you. So have a person that's there, that's your mentor, you have a good relationship. So it's really important.
Yeah.
So that's why I became a mentor. Also, I just want to make sure that all the students coming into Space Hardware Club, they have a very positive experience, and hopefully their interaction with me and other mentors will help retain them in the club, keep them involved, so they can keep going throughout the club and join other projects.
Yeah, that's awesome to hear. Well, is there anything else that you'd like to add?
I don't think so. But if you're in industry and you're watching, you should come to PFR.
Yeah, that would be fun.
We're gonna have all of our challenges. They're gonna do post-flight reviews, so they're gonna have some really cool data that you can see.
I would prefer it if afterwards
come and give feedback and network with our 2 month participants. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
When is the post-flight reviews?
I should probably tell you that. It's next Friday at 7 p.m. in MSB, the Material Science Building on the campus at the University of Alabama in Huntsville. Just show up. You don't need to bring anything. So yeah, it's gonna be a good time. If you have any questions, you know who to contact. Amber.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye. Hi. Could I ask you a couple of questions?
Yeah, you can ask me. This is for your live stream, Amber?
Yes, it's for a live stream. So introduce yourself. What are you in Space Hardware Club for? What's your role?
Well, my name is Peter Summers. I'm the Rocketry Program Manager for Space Hardware Club. I'm here helping out with the 2 month launch day, helping out anywhere I can with launch operations. There's currently no rocketry challenge for 2 months this year, but this coming spring we're going to be building another one to have a rocketry challenge next year. So that's primarily what I'm working on.
Yeah. Okay, so what are some of the goals that you're going to do for this year within the rocketry program?
Okay, so gearing up next week, we're going to be starting L1 month with our mentor meeting, and after that, we're going to start classes. I've been pulling around all these 2-month teams, and we're roughly going to have 40 to 50 people wanting to do L1 this year. A significant portion of it seem very serious about it, which is good. And so we're going to try to have L1 wrap up very quickly this year. Last year, it dragged on all the way to April. We're going to have classes in November, get all the kits ordered, have all the rockets designed, and then launch and build and launch in January, maybe February if there's some stragglers. And then it seems like a lot of people want to be helping out with our new Project Rapid launch, where we're going to be building the rocketry 2-month challenge next year, but also experimenting with different kinds of deployment mechanisms like parachute dual deploy, different avionics systems, ground tracking rocketry. There are some people who want to experiment with low power, either canard control or the motor. And that's going to go through all about the spring. We'll have a rocketry turn challenge in the fall, and then we'll be gearing up for the spring of next year and some rocket launches as well.
Awesome, that's exciting to hear. So what were some of the benefits of joining? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I got a radio.
Then it'll be like the most useful, right?
Is this Facebook Live, right?
It's on YouTube.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Guys, what's your number? 3. 7, 4, 5, 3, and Grease Lightning.
Grease Lightning.
All right, so sorry about that.
Yeah, so my question from before was, how has being in 2-month and like doing the leadership role of like rocketry program manager, how has that like prepared you, and like what are some of the things that you've learned from being in those positions?
Yeah, so last year I started doing 2-month with the Smart Balloon Challenge, which is not a challenge this year because you guys didn't get Todd's going to Antarctica. That's a whole story. But it's very similar to RCS. So I started out in ballooning, and then after that I did L1 month. But, our team, with our goals, we actually got our payload done during MRR, which was weeks before it was supposed to be. And when I went into rocketry, the rocketry program didn't have what I wanted necessarily. There was an L1 certification for high power rocketry, and then it was liquid team, Tartarus was built solid team, and that's pretty much solid. There's some other projects as well that are supporting those. But those really big projects are years off and flying, and they don't have anything L1, L2, L3 powered rocketry to offer. And so I said, you know what, I'll run for a rocketry PM and do it myself. And so a lot of students that I talked to this year were a bit disappointed that there wasn't a rocketry challenge to get introduced into. And while 2-month is a wonderful name this year, I think it's the best 2-month we've ever had. Last year's was pretty good. I think having L1 after, while great, it can't funnel as many people into rocketry who want to do rocketry. So my goal is to be able to have a more efficient introductory program to rocketry with 2-month. We'll still have L1 month next year in some capacity, but most of it will be done during 2-month. And I want to be able to have people who have ideas for rocketry, if they want to do some sort of control, if they want to do some sort of payload, if they want to do some sort of recovery, or anything that goes on a rocket, they need to be able to do that and have some funding and resources available to do that. And that's partially what we have in the budget for this year going forward. And really being able to grow the rocketry program.
Okay, awesome. Well, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
The winds are down for launching these gliders, but other than that, things are going really well here today, and I'm really excited to see these things fly.
Yeah, thank you.
Ours just like landed like 15 minutes ago and we have all our data.
Oh, I think I got to see. Was yours the auto rotation?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I saw
it
that.
actually works so well.
Mike?
Hey, let's go.
8
It's like 8.9 to 9.7.
Yeah. So good that this works.
It's oscillating around 8.7.
On landings?
Yeah.
Let's do more.
But like up to there, it's just like better. At least I
Like 9.6 at each win. 9 more
Oh, retrieval. Watch this way.
Do I have to help in the
I got it. I'm just trying to hold it. Good idea of how windy it is. You can look at that flag. Yeah, so that's our wind indicator. You can see it going side to side because the wind's starting to shift. So that makes this process a little more interesting.
You ready?
Flying it off. Okay.
Yeah, I tested it and the servo moved really well. While I was holding it, like I pushed it.
Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. It's been a long day.
Would you like to be interviewed?
Sure. What's the question?
Okay, nice. Okay, well, introduce yourself. What's your role in Space Harbor Club? What are you doing with 2 Month?
So, I'm David Tutanju. I'm a final semester senior student, and I'm going to be hopefully going on to graduate school. Role in Space Hardware Club. I'm going to flex just because I can. Former president, but currently I'm leading the composite manufacturing team known as CrossGuard. With 2 Month, I was supposed to be a mentor for 2 glider teams and one of the many mentors for the RCS challenge. Basically just trying to help students figure out where they're going wrong, how to help them along the way so they can make a good working payload. Neither of my glider teams made it out here, but sometimes you just can't control that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Last minute things happen, and I know one of them was working late into the morning yesterday. They were working up until like 6 a.m. today, and it just didn't happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So how has your experience been in Space Hardware Club since you've been in it for a while now, and you've gone in multiple leadership roles?
Is this live?
Yes.
Good to know. What do I think of Space Hardware Club? And oh God. It's a very good learning opportunity for where your strengths and your weaknesses actually lie. Because when you take part in any sort of group projects and all that, in high school it's whatever the teacher assigns, but when it's something you're doing as an extracurricular, you can figure out, are you better as a leader, are you better as a follower, are you better just as some dude that sits there and integrates stuff on his own and is better left to his lonesome. I found out that I'm not going to go down that road. That's self-aggrandizing and really annoying. Yeah, it helps you figure out who you are, where you work best on a team, and where you can really improve. Aside from that, it also just helped me to learn a lot of concepts, not necessarily early, but helped me learn some application of concepts and theories that I would learn later in my coursework. For example, just anything to do with lift control systems and all that. Learned that in like 2019. I only recently learned theory about it about a year ago. So,
nice.
This one.
Yeah.
Is that a satisfactory answer?
Yeah.
Okay? I don't know about that.
That's good. So you're talking about how you're over Project CrossGuard. Could you tell me a little bit about that? Like what's going on currently and what are the plans for the future?
Okay. So currently we have, I think, about 12 people total on the project. We've made up all of our little sub teams. The overall project goal is to reignite the capacity of the club to do composite manufacturing in carbon fiber and fiberglass specifically. We might explore more options later down the road. We're going to be starting off with just tubes primarily for rocket bodies, but really going wherever they're needed, whatever size they need. For example, CanSat uses these fiberglass shells. Well, they're not on the line. CanSat use the fiberglass shells for all of their payloads, and when they drop, their shells have to stay behind, but those are basically a composite structure. It's the same sort of composite tube that we're trying to make. Also, usually made the exact same way that we're trying to make. So we're going to start with that, then we're going to move on to more complicated shapes, positive and negative molding, vacuum bagging, pre-preg, all that fun stuff. But first we needed to get a good organizational structure to have different people on each task so they could have a set goal and...
Yeah, that's good. Okay, awesome to hear. And I'm excited to see how Project CrossGuard will do in the future.
Yeah, you're on it, so you have a hand in that.
Yeah. Well, is there anything else you'd like to add to the live? Thank you.
Just, I don't know, do your best, be a good person.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I've got spots in my car. They are thrusters. Yeah. Alright. You're right. I'll go up or
Alright, I'll do that.
No, they wouldn't let it into Djibouti. They detained the shipment at the border.
Five, you guys ready to go? Team 5 is ready to go. Team 3, are you ready to fly?
We fly.
Team 3 is ready to fly.
Alright, yeah.
Amber, don't get me losing this balloon. Amber, you should walk it over.
Step 2. Drop Taylor for the pizza glider. Let's go. Pizza glider.
Is your tail supposed to be dumped out like that?
Yes, that's why it has this. This was a glider made out of 2 pizza boxes in about 45 minutes. Wait, is it the last? I was originally on the RCS team. We already launched, but I made this just for fun.
I'm thinking about it. I may receive both separate altitudes at once. I should still be able to do manual release, but like it may be harder to tell.
Just got both.
Has anybody interviewed you yet?
Pizza glider.
Pizza glider at 800.
No.
Pizza glider dancing.
You're the president. I think you have to.
Oh, did you do it last year?
I did.
Oh, man.
I think I've done an interview on like every single live stream we've had so far.
I already got
Okay, well, I guess we're switching it up.
Hi, Amber.
On the opposite side of the camera now. Hi.
So what questions did you ask me? Introduce yourself, your role in the club, and what you've done with the 2 month.
Okay, so my name is Amber. I've been in the club since 2019. That was whenever I was a freshman in college. I'm doing aerospace, and from being in Space Harbor Club, I've had multiple roles.
Oh, they're about to do something. Peanut gallery.
So I've had multiple roles. Freshman year, I did the glider challenge. I really enjoyed it. My sophomore year, I was outreach manager, and I also managed to get us an AIRS contact. My junior year, I was over the 1 credit hour club class. I was also the AIRS team lead, glider challenge lead, and then I was also a mentor for 4 glider challenge teams. And then this year, I am a glider challenge mentor. I'm doing the club class again. And then I'm also president. Very small role, not really much.
Yeah.
But
you don't really do much, do you?
Yeah. But that's pretty much me. I've really enjoyed being in Space Harbor Club. It's like a very good experience, and I've had like so many positive memories and met like so many of my close friends through the club, and so that's the reason why I've stayed, and I really want to help make it better, and that's the reason why I took on the position as president this year. And as you could tell, STEM education is something really important to me, and that's why I took on the roles of like club class, just being a mentor for 2 months, helping out with 2 months as a glider challenge lead, doing outreach in the AIRS too, something very important to me.
Mass
and it's easy to
exodus.
do that in Space Harbor Club. But yeah,
Yes.
that's pretty much me.
Cool. Where do you plan to go on from this day?
Huh?
And where do you plan to go from this day, either in the club or in your studies or anything like that?
Oh, for me?
Yes.
Like personally?
Yes.
Just trying to graduate, honestly. I'm
Okay.
supposed to graduate in the spring, so that's very exciting. I don't really know what I want to do just yet, so I'm just applying to jobs, seeing what I get. I have like a very broad skill set, but nothing like too specific where it's like in extreme detail. So it's a little bit difficult to kind of like pinpoint what I want to do just yet.
Cool.
Which, yeah, it's fair. And then for the club, I just want to make it more of an enjoyable experience for everybody. Yeah, and then like I really want to get us more involved with the industry. I've been trying my hardest within National Space Club and like getting more involved with like industries around Huntsville to like do tours or like learn more about companies and get students connected, because we're in Space Harbor Club to learn, and it's amazing to get this hands-on experience, but at the end of the day we're all in college to get a job afterwards, and so you can't really do that if you don't network and put yourself out there. And that's something that I struggled with whenever I was a freshman. I was very like scared to put myself out there and like introduce myself to somebody who's like over a company or somebody who could give me a job, and I think that I can kind of like offer that for people and kind of like tell them like it's not that bad. Like it seems really scary at first, but it's not that bad, and it'll really help out in the long time. And so I think I'm doing a good job with that right now. We've done a lot of stuff with industry, so I'm excited to see how the rest of this semester will go and how next semester will go. As president, I definitely want to keep it going. I want to help make the club better for not only for the students to get jobs, but like for their experience in general. Like I hope they learn and they get what they wanted out of the club. It's something that's very important to me, and I want everybody to like have as much of a positive experience as they can in the club, because I know I've had it, and I want to offer that to other people too. So that's me.
Yeah. So, in summary, she's a good leader and a good worker, and she's immensely hireable.
Thank you.
I don't know.
Thank you, David.
We have 2 drop payloads because of an impromptu design choice. There's a glider that made a last minute addition, and they decided to put it on there. It's called Grease Lightning. We are not sponsored.
Pizza Hut.
We are out pizzaing the hut.
Yeah, this thing
aerial
was built last
delivery.
night. It is less than a day from design, construction, and now fly.
I see the pizza stains. Pizza grease stains on
It
the
was
box.
good pizza.
It was good. What kind of pizza was it?
They had a cheese, they had a pepperoni, they had one with diced bell peppers on it. Bell peppers are really good on pizza.
Okay.
Keep that in mind. Yeah.
I have a question for you guys. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
No.
Yes. You're wrong. You're just objective. Listen, I was the Rocketry PM before you. I set it up so that it's the great thing that it is now. You're wrong. Yes.
Where are you from, David?
Can we get a ground station confirmation for drop?
Before you came to college, where are you from?
North Carolina, then Massachusetts, and before that Moldova. I'm actually more cultured than you are.
I'm Well, that's from the
So,
we don't like pineapple pizza in the Midwest. Cultural thing. It's like
You're not in the Midwest.
I know I'm not. But I'm entitled to my pizza.
Nice.
And I'm Rocket Ship PM.
Yes.
So
Your opinion is just wrong.
I'm
So-
moving Rocket Ship away.
The reason for talking about pizza box, when I was in high school, the thing that got me into STEM and engineering, aerospace, and aviation, and all that was building paper planes and then RC planes. And I made one that looked like a flying disc. Very simple, very robust when it crashes, it just rolls. And people kind of made fun of me and thought it was kind of silly because it was a flying pizza box. So I thought it would be a great idea, to continue the tradition to make an actual flying pizza box.
If I die,
And this uses the other method of construction where you take a sheet material and fold it over on itself. So you don't get a precise airfoil shape like you do carving out the pink foam, but it's very strong, pretty lightweight, pretty inexpensive, pretty clean, it turns out. So, just a demonstration to see if this works as well as the pink body. But yeah, it's just kind of an afterthought, but we'll see how it works.
Yeah. So you didn't introduce yourself.
Oh, yeah. I am Philip. I'm the former club president from 2020 to 2021.
Yeah,
Senior
so you
electrical
have
engineer, major, examiner, all that.
president, and then next president, and then me, who's the current president.
Yeah.
And David
Probably the future president here.
David was Rocket Ship.
Possibly.
David was Rocket Ship PM before he was president, and then now I'm PM now.
Yeah.
There you go.
What else did you do in the club?
I was treasurer.
Treasurer.
And then endurance team lead. There you go.
Oh, nice.
The water project. Yeah. Which is kind of what this was intended to recruit for when it was first started back in 2019.
Yeah.
If any students are watching this that haven't chosen what project to work on, there are 3 presidents on CrossGuard right now. Just saying.
That is true.
So, there you go. Probably want to look at this.
What if Pizza Bread did aerial delivery?
He did at one point, yeah.
Yep.
we're sure the relief is fine.
Run away.
Walking this way.
There's a bird over there.
That's like a holiday.
Our plan is gonna work. It's gonna take it.
I have a ladder and fish. I have some archery equipment in my car. Say I have. That's what arrows. I don't have a bow. Then don't wrap your hand.
My bow was at the PD, but yeah.
I can swap it.
Coming through.
Going up.
Come on, baby.
Come on, baby. You guys hold the payload. Jackson's got it. See this you guys follow that payload, and once it starts getting tight, are you all going to start Yeah, I am a little worried.
I'm not doing
I got that here. Same thing. I'll get out.
The reason we have a 645.
We're gonna need it. We're not gonna need it. T-minus
The ring from Massachusetts already done. Ouch. No, it is. Definitely, I know. I turn on the master switch.
Is it on? Is it on? Is it on?
I decided based off the light bulb.
Yes or no?
I'm not. Is it on?
It's on, it's on.
Oh no.
No, that's our line cut. That's a cut. No.
Zooming speed.
That's 2/7 CanSat, right? Huh?
Yeah, Grease, let me. Give me rope. Give me
That was made from a dilapidated pizza box.
The razor didn't hit it.
Yeah, it's kind of dancing a little bit. Ours is staying. I have a string. Someone grab a zip tie. Someone grab a zip tie. Which one of us is going to go? Grab a zip tie. You can't just run it? No, grab a zip tie right now. A zip tie. I have a zip tie right here.
They're running to get a zip tie. Like, tie there.
We are not running to the door. Make sure that doesn't. We're not
It has to be detached from the other.
Demonstrate passive stability. Check.
Zip tie.
Jane, can we lift this a little bit? Let's try to lift, drop a little bit so you guys have enough more wiggle room.
I was just staying pretty still.
Yeah, this is.
Not this one.
It's the wrong way, but
I know, like, we may end up flying up.
Good, that's good, that's good.
It's okay, they got you.
This is found. We are good to go.
Sorry.
Reef lightning to the rescue.
Oh, okay.
I got it.
2, 1.
Gotta
run.
Double glider. Cockfight.
Thanks for that. We'll be watching here. Thanks for the time.
We should watch it here.
Flapping our wings.
That's what I'm saying. Where's the call out altitude? We are going. This is the best observation location.
Dude, this is why we do a shake.
Yeah,
right there.
Yeah, that's why.
Hey, read out altitude.
Oh shit!
That's team one. Ours works. That's ours right there. It's flying. Dude, freeze light. Ours is gone. Dude, climbing up there. It's just gone. It's just gone. That fireball is amazing. That's that dude. That's a pizza glider. That's a pizza glider. Ours is just going. Pizza glider saved us. Got the way.
Let's go. Recovery team's got their work cut out for them. Great work. Oh,
That's your glider, isn't it?
It's up. Ours is past the horizon.
Ours is like,
which one's that?
Ours didn't spiral, it just did a beeline.
Wait, did ours know that? That's the pizza glider. It's hovering in place. Yeah.
With a circular fall, circular. Wait, what's still up there?
It's